We got something a little bit different today on Tier Jerks. We got a PU battle against Blue and Nacho Magnus. On Blue's side, we got Relicanth, Mawile, Shedinja, Flareon, Hitmonchan, and Drampa. And on Nacho Magnus' side, we got Frostmoth, Klinklang, Cursola, Dusknoir, his own Drampa, and a Gothgrill. Should be pretty exciting. Let's see who the victor will be. And don't forget to sub up and like for more content. Alright, who will the trainers lead with in this PU match today? Nacho Magus sends out his Dusknoir. Blue goes for his Mawile. Going out with the big boys first, huh? Mawile gets an Intimidate off, and Amy Winehouse has Pressure. The trainers are entering their commands. Looks like Mawile goes for Crunch, and that's going to look like Choice Band damage. Amy Winehouse, oh, it's a special set. We got the Dusknoir going off with a Calm Mind. It's going to raise its special attack and special defense one stage. Now, typically trainers go for physical investment, so I don't know how this is going to change the course of battle. With Mawile facing down a specially invested one, his special defense isn't too good, and that Intimidate isn't going to help him. Hitmonchan switches out here into a Pain Split coming from the Dusknoir. Dusknoir is going to get a little bit of health back. Still early on, both opponents have only used about 10 seconds of their chess timers. Chris Dressa goes for a Throat Chop into the Amy Winehouse. It doesn't do too much damage with the Eviolite on. Amy Winehouse goes for a Shadow Ball. It's going to do a pretty big chunk. 2-hit KO easily on the Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan goes for another Throat Chop, and it brings the Winehouse down. Oh, it's a critical hit! Alright, that's the first blood drawn. It is now 6 Pokemon on Blue's side to 5 on Nacho Magnus. Eartha Kitt, the Goth Girl, comes out against the Hitmonchan. Pretty good type coverage, but he goes for a Throat Chop and does close to 50%. Psychic comes out into the Hitmonchan. It's going to connect, and that's going to be it for the Hitmonchan. It is now tied 5-5.
I just switched a Dark move on the Hitmonlee and a Ghost move on the just to show you what I did.
Falcor is going to come out. Now, typically these are both Trick Room Pokemon. It looks like the Eartha Kitt is a bit faster. It got the Calm Mind off. It's going to be able to shrug off some of Falcor's hits here. And it looks like Falcor went for the super effective Shadow Ball. Oh, and it didn't shrug off anything. Looks like it lost some of its HP with the Life Orb, and Eartha Kitt's going to get some of it back with the leftovers. Nacho Magnus is going to have to switch here if he's going to want to keep Eartha Kitt alive against his slower Pokemon on the other side, but it looks like we got a switch coming from Blue. Mawile goes into the Psychic Pokemon. Damn, it got an Intimidate off, which activated Competitive. Psychic hits the Mawile for a hefty bit of damage after the Competitive goes off. Eartha Kitt's going to enjoy some of that leftovers back. Probably not going to be seeing a switch now, but Mawile should be able to take it out with a Crunch. Mawile used Sucker Punch, and it took it down.
Mawile's banded.
It is now 5 Blue side, 4 Nacho Magnus side. Still anyone's game. By the way, Dynamaxing is Not allowed in this battle. There will be no Dynamaxing on either side, which should make things fairly interesting. Cursola comes out against the Mawile, and the trainers are entering their commands. Mawile switches out. Back into Drampa, as the Burning Jealousy from the Corsola is going to contact and take just a small amount of damage. Now, if I'm Cursola here, I'm thinking about setting up. If Falcor has any potential setup moves, substitutes, that's what I'm thinking I'd be doing too at this point. Depends on what kind of set the Falcor is running. It doesn't look like he has too many other defog options on his side, so he's just going straight up for the Shadow Ball into that high defense, that high special defense, and he kind of soaked it right up. Ancient Power trying to raise his stats. Falcor kind of shrugs it off.
Like almost does the same amount of taking.
It's looking like it's to Falcor's advantage. He roosts, gets some of his health back. And the Ancient Power goes off again. Will it be enough to get his stats up? Oh, it will. He's going to get a stat boost in every single stat. That's a +1 in every offensive stat and defensive stat besides HP, because that doesn't go in stages.
You're just telling that.
Oh, it got a crit. It got a crit on that Shadow Ball. It went through the +1, and the +1 in speed still wasn't enough for it to outspeed Falcor, who's shrugging off that Life Orb damage. It is now 5-3. Now it's Drampa v Drampa. The first Falcor has almost half his HP gone, but we've seen Roost come out earlier, so up. Falcor is going to switch out, not wanting to take that dragon damage into his Steel Fairy Pokemon. Get an Intimidate off, not that that should matter too much. The Ice Beam is going to connect, and that's going to be it for Mawile. Now it's a 4-3 bond game. We're waiting to see who... Oh, and the Shedinja comes out. That's going to be a little bit risky, as Drampa usually carries Fire Blast and other moves as he sees Shadow Ball on his own set. Shedinja goes for the Protect to scout any potential super effective moves. Flamethrower, yeah, he's going to want to get right out of there. It's looking like it's going to be a switch into either Flareon or the Water Rock Relicanth. And that's exactly what we're seeing. We're getting a switch here into the Flareon. Oh, the Flash Fire gets boosted.
Flash Fire.
That's going to make Flareon's fire moves deal a lot of damage. Flareon going for that Wish. Probably trying to get back some health on his own Drampa, maybe. Hyper Beam is going to come out, stab Hyper Beam, and it's going to do a lot to Flareon, but not enough to take it down. Flareon should be able to get all that HP back with his Wish. Drampa won't be able to switch out after using Hyper Beam. He's going to be forced to recharge. Flareon goes for a Flare Blitz. It's not going to be very effective. Flareon gets his HP back with the Wish. And a little bit from leftovers, too. Another Hyper Beam up. Protect. He's going to probably scout in case he's going to go for another nuke move like Hyper Beam, and he is. Another Hyper Beam will definitely be enough to take it down at this range. He might be able to survive with a little bit with a Wish, but it's not looking very likely. And the Flare Blitz takes
that was
it
flash
down
fire.
just enough after Flash Fire.
Oh yeah.
It looks like the Moth is gonna come out. What's Frostmoth gonna do to this Flareon? Probably not much. Looking a little scary for Nacho Magnus. If I'm him, I'm thinking about Quiver Dancing for sure. Doesn't look like he has on any Assault Vest. Not that that's gonna help him. Flare Blitz is probably gonna be enough to take it down. 4 times effective, yep. That's gonna end up
The
being
Moth's
game.
pretty slow. Fucking Flareon's pretty fucking slow too, though. I think he's like base 50 or 60. Yeah, let's do a immediate rematch. I played stupid in the beginning too.
The final Pokemon Kling Clank comes out.
Alright.
And the match is forfeited. I guess they both
It was a
ran and
draw
it's a
because we left
draw.
at the same time.
Plot
That was
twist.
neat.